In this video, I want to talk about the power of paying yourself first. And by that, I mean putting more money towards more financial goals. For some context, my name is Chris. I've been an accountant for 10 years now, and my wife and I paid down $43,000 worth of debt in about a year, and now we have a $1 million net worth. And this is because we started to pay ourselves first. It's a mindset that I think more people really need, because I think people are just putting aside financial goals because they quote don't have any money at the end of the month. So what this mindset does is it actually puts your financial goals ahead of many of your expenses that you have during the month. And that's the whole point of this. A good frame for this is by looking at the 50-30-20 budgeting rule. Now this says that 50% of your income should go to your need items, 30% of your income should go to your want items, and 20% of your income should go towards a financial goal. It's a really good rule of thumb in my opinion. You don't have to be exactly on with these numbers. You don't have to be exactly 50-30-20. But here's what I think happens to a lot of people, even if they aren't using this 50-30-20. People are prioritizing the need items first, which obviously great. So roof over my head, food in the fridge, utilities are turned on. I'm able to get to and from the place that makes me the income to buy these other things, right? So transportation. But then the mistake that people make is they then look at their want items first. So buying things off Amazon, eating out at restaurants, buying Taylor Swift concerts, right? And then at the end of the month, they go and look and they have $0 remaining, and they're like, oh crap, I can't pay off debt, put more money into retirement, put more money into my kids' future education. And it's because people are literally prioritizing needs, wants, and then financial goals. It's like an afterthought, and that is very frustrating to me. And I think just a little quick mindset shift is going to help you out so much with that. So here's how it's going to work. Obviously, your need items are your need items. You need those to survive. I want you to be automating your financial goals. So the 20% aspect of the 50-30-20, I want you to automate everything. And by the way, if you're actually doing 20% towards a financial goal, you're going to be crushing life. There are not many people that are putting 20% of their take-home pay towards a financial goal. So if you can do that, you're off to the races, my friend. But if you automate that 20%, so say it's paying down your debt, I don't want you to just automate your minimum payments and then hope you have money at the end of the month and whatever you have extra you put towards that. Or I don't want you to automate a few dollars towards an investment fund and then hope at the end of the month you have more and you can contribute. I want you to be aggressive with your financial goals, and I want you to be automating more than you probably are now. So if your minimum payments of your debt are $200, I want you putting $500 towards your debt. Could you do that? If that's an automated expense, and you put it on your budget and almost treat it like a need item, where it's just as important as the roof over your head, it's just as important as the food in your refrigerator, it's just as important as being able to turn a light switch on, okay? That's how important this is. And then what this forces you to do is it reduces your want items, which is probably the goal anyway, right? So you pay for all your need items, and then you're automatically paying an aggressive amount towards your financial goals. It doesn't have to be 20% to start, by the way. It can be, if you're not doing anything, try 10% or 5%. Just try to do something more than you're already doing. But this sort of reshifts if we go back to the 50-30-20 model, this shifts it almost so it's 50-20-30. Then at the end of the month, you're left with some money maybe that you can use towards your want items. But really, if you're poor or if you're living paycheck to paycheck, you should really be looking at your want items and trying to figure out how many of these want items are that important to me. What's more important to me, the want item or my future self in 10 years, or my kids, education in 15 years, or becoming debt-free twice as fast. Like, you have to really prioritize, okay, I've been going to restaurants every Friday night for the last 5 years. I can't give that up. If you can't give that up, then that's just a trade that you decided that you're not willing to make. You're not willing to give up your, Friday night mojito nights at Applebee's to hopefully reach a financial goal faster. And if that's the trade-off that you're willing to make, then so be it. I can't help you. But too many people are just going through their life and they're just going through the motions. They're doing what they've always been doing, and they're not really thinking about the future. They're just going day by day, week by week. They're buying the stuff that they want to buy, and they're not considering that the amount of money that they're probably spending could be going towards a financial goal. It's just the truth. And this is why everything just comes back to budgeting for me, every single thing, because it's the foundation of your personal finances. So one, if you're not budgeting, you gotta budget. There's no other way around that if you're trying to reach financial goals, because you can't understand where to go if you don't know where you're starting from. Right? It's pretty obvious. So if you're creating a budget, the budget is going to tell you how much money you're spending on your quote unquote want items, okay? And then it's going to tell you how little you're putting towards a financial goal. And once you understand that shift of how important paying your financial goals is, your personal finances are going to lift off. Trust me. Let's look at debt, for example. Debt is the biggest wealth killer for you and the biggest wealth generator for others. The $20,000 car that you just bought is you're not just paying $20,000. You're also paying interest on that. And that interest is going to a person or a company or the whole industry. And I understand that people need cars to go around. So I'm not saying don't buy a car, right? But it's just the fact of debt itself. So the faster you can pay it down, the less interest that you'll be paying towards other people. And then you could start building your own interest, which is very exciting. And that's when the wealth starts happening. So stop making other people wealthy and start trying to make yourself wealthy. Interest is just such a powerful tool. So you want to have it on your side. You don't want to be fighting uphill in the wind, in the snow, without shoes on. You want to be like paragliding down a mountain because of the compounding interest that you have on your side. You want it on your side. You don't want it as an enemy. So please, guys, I urge you, try paying yourself first for the next month and see what happens. Alter your expenses just a little bit to be more aggressive with your financial goals and reduce those want expenses, okay? Try it for 1 month. And then I bet you're gonna see some sort of positive result from that, and you're gonna wanna keep going. It's all about momentum. It's all about getting quick wins in your personal finances. So you wanna create an environment where you're always generating quick wins for yourself. So in my own personal finances, my wife and I, we get small, quick wins every 2 weeks, okay? Every 2 weeks. Why? Because we've set up our finances so that during our paycheck one cycle of the month, we pay off our biggest expense, which is our mortgage. So we both get paid at the beginning of the month, our mortgage comes out, we have a net positive in that pay cycle. Now, pay cycle 2, we get our checks and we disperse all of our expenses in the middle of that month. So we use credit cards and those credit cards are paid off in the middle of the month. All of our financial goals are automated in the middle of the month. I think there's just one utility maybe that we can't use a credit card, so whatever with that. But 99% of all of our expenses are organized, and we win every 2 weeks with our personal finances. And then the money that we have extra goes towards a financial goal. So we're contributing to a financial goal as part of our expense, and then if and when we have extra money at the end of the month, it goes towards a financial goal. So when we were paying down the $43,000 worth of debt, we were very aggressive during the month of paying off a lot of debt. And then if and when we had extra money at the end of the month, because of this organizational structure that we had with our paychecks and our expenses, that extra money again went to paying down the debt. Right now, our focus is building a fund so we can actually try to do some sort of rental property where we go on vacation to a place where we want to go on vacation with our kids, and then the off weeks we rent it out and other people pay us to stay there. That's a goal of ours in the next couple of years, to be able to do that. The housing market is not amazing right now. That's a video for another time for sure. But just think about it. How can you get faster wins in your personal finances? The faster wins will keep you moving, will keep you motivated, will keep you striving. And the better the feedback loop, probably the faster the financial goal that you're going to crush. And then you can create new financial goals and you keep moving on. That's the whole point with personal finances. It's not about just creating a goal and then reaching it and then you're like, yes, I did it. It's about, there's always another level to personal finances. There's always another goal that you can accomplish. And I just really want you guys to crush, okay? So that's another quick hitting personal finance video. If you like this topic, make sure to smash the like button. I will see you in the next one.